Hey everybody, welcome to Obscurities in Miniature. I am High Lord Tamerlane, and this is the Youko core box for Malifaux 3rd edition. So, what do we got besides a bunch of girls with fans and really complex looking kimonos that are gonna, well, I don't know about that kind of kimono, but yeah. Complex looking kimonos that are gonna get nowhere near as nicely painted. So, we got Youko Hamasaki, Bill Algren, Chiyo Hamasaki, and some geishas. Ooh, a geisha. Anyway, Bill Algren looks awesome. I hope he looks as awesome as the cover art there. Those are scars. Oh, I thought he had like a toothpick in his mouth, but no, it was just leftover flash from another model. All right, what do we got inside? Cards? Cards. Pack of cards. Youko Hamasaki. Hamasaki. The new Wyrd bases, as you can see, they say Wyrd on them because Wyrd made them. They're kind of funky. A little bit deeper, I think, than the old ones. I like the old ones, but these aren't too bad. Let's see what we got. Here is Chiyo. Chiyo-chan. Chiyo-chan wa chichai da ne. You can see she's got a knife there. She is kind of small. I'm trying to figure out what she's got in her hands there. Obviously a knife in one hand. Oh yeah, Malifaux, you never fail to frustrate me with individual feet. And we're gonna have to glue her. She's made out of 3 parts, and I really don't know what she's got in her hand there. I'm gonna put the box. I threw the box on the floor. Honestly, I don't know. The box just shows her from the front, so anyway, that's Chiyo's sprue. Alright. Are you Bill? That looks like Bill. Bill's got a big old funky blade here. See, the armor is individual pieces. Quite a few parts. You know what he looks like? He looks like one of the Thunders, whatever they were called, from Big Trouble in Little China. Maybe that's why I like him so much. He's got the big old hat and everything. And here is Youko herself. Lots of teeny tiny parts. Hopefully not too problematic. I'm shocked that the hair is actually already molded on the body. Huh. And then there are the geisha, and I don't even know what's going on there. Lots of parts. Lots of little stuff. It scares me, but that's why I'm recording it, because otherwise I would just sit on this and I would never get it built. So I'm going to go in and attempt to do these. It probably would help looking at Wyrd's site, but I figure I've built enough crap at this point without it. I don't think I need no stinking instructions. Wish me luck. We're going to do it. Alright, we got Yoko's crew all put together. Not all standing up, obviously. We'll go through them one by one real quick here. So first up, this was our Big Trouble in Little China guy. Bill? I can't remember. I don't have the box handy. I already tossed it out. He went together kind of confusingly, actually, with the way his body is put together. So you have each of these waist armor parts actually have to all go get attached to the legs, and then they have to go underneath the folds of his robe, which then get attached to the hands, and everything kind of just like gets squished together. Hat and his staff are fairly straightforward, so no worries there. He does actually have a face. Whether or not it's actually going to get painted decently is an entirely other story. Chiyo-chan here is absolutely ridiculously tiny, and I got in a big old argument with Barzam the other day about this, as he was saying that the proportions were so ridiculous. I don't know, other than the fact that I did a terrible glue job because the parts were so tiny on her. I mean, most of these figures are at least, I'd say, between 9 to 11 pieces each. I guess I can see here, her arm does look rather long. She does have a sword. I didn't realize that at first, that she's hiding behind her, along with some ninja stars in her hands there. The other big complaint I have with these figures is their necks seem way too long. And the parts didn't really want to fit together. You can see there's this big unsightly seam running all the way down. And I mean, try as I might, obviously it needs to be filled in, but I want to let you guys see them in the raw here. It just did not go together as well as I would have liked. Definitely not as good as the Cornelius crew. Lining up the arms for Youko here was quite a challenge, and getting everything just kind of fit in place was definitely a bit on the obnoxious side. And then having to get the blade lined up with the umbrella scabbard thing, again, quite a pain. Obviously, I need to clean her up. And that's what I was saying. The necks were what I was going to complain about. The necks, not so much on Youko or Chiyo, but the Geisha necks seem way long. You can kind of see her one here is all going all loopy like the one kind of yokai girl. The arms didn't really want to go together on the bodies, and I really have a hard time getting the hands placed where they're not going to be problematic to painting the faces. I'm not looking forward to them. It's kind of a shame. So they're interesting poses. And then the other weird thing is their legs. So one of them, like, you can't even see the legs. Maybe it was this one. You can kind of see that one there. Which one was it? Okay, she's got both. This one, you can't even notice, and I later found out that I actually lost her other leg, and I haven't found it yet. I'm going to go look for it some more, but yeah, their legs have this weird kind of mush them in there after you put the two lower halves of the robe together, but then you have to make sure that it lines up with the outer leg that's going to be the dominant one, then it kind of sets everything in place. It was really kind of confusing. It did not want to go together well. And then the contact points on their necks were really tiny, and I don't know if they're actually done correctly or not. For as much griping as I'm doing about them, they're actually not that bad of models, especially by Malifaux standards. And I think with some paint and cleanup, I think they'll look quite nice. And this dude's just awesome, but that's a whole nother story. Whether or not they actually play well was going to remain to be seen, and skinny little beanpole Chiyo here is going to need to make sure that she is not forgotten. Now, curiously, how are they going to stack up on a base compared to other Malifaux models? We'll grab our usual Monster Hunter. He's a little bit taller, but like, let's say I get Youko over here, and she's pretty much just the same height. Whereas our Three Thunders dude is obviously going to be a little bit bigger. So, nice sense of scale, and Beanpole Chiyo-chan is appropriately short. She's not like Dreamer short. So, if you're worried about that, it's going to be a wonderful joy to paint. Anyway, I got to say, I'm not as excited about these 10 Thunders starters as I was the original with Misaki and the Torakage and Ototo. I thought that was a way cooler set. But, you know, hopefully they'll play cool. And whether or not they do, there's always the chance we'll be seeing some more interesting sets coming down the line later on. So with that said, maybe that's something you're looking forward to. I don't want to dissuade you in any way, shape, or form. So keep your eyes peeled, and hopefully you'll be able to find a cheap set somewhere. Probably not at second edition, fire sale prices, but who knows. Anyway, this is High Lord Tamerlane with Obscurities Miniatures signing off and saying see you later. Check out some of the other videos, and we'll be back with more. Bye-bye.